Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Officers Adda 24/7, the special session of your BRBL subject in the English medium language. Today's thumbnail is not right because from today we are going to start the definition portion. So definition term is very much important, okay? The thumbnail will be immediately changed after 12 p.m. So that's why in today's session, we are going to start a very important term, that is your definition terms, because before definition, we have done the summary of the act. Okay, we have done the summary of act. Okay, so that's why this session is very much important from the examination point of view also. My voice is audible to all of you. I think my voice is audible to all of you, right? मैम कल 12 PM YT session नहीं हुआ था रजनी मैम. Yesterday YT session was there. Yes, we have just done it, ma'am. We have just done it. You can see the recorded session, ma'am. Okay, you can see the recorded session. Okay, now, okay class, before starting the definition portion, okay, so I would like to say you that your revision batch is ready to start. From 22nd of May, this batch is going to be start. So this is the final and last revision in which the two-way interactive classes will be there, content for regular intensive practice, the master revision classes to make the exam ready, detailed subject expertise is there, specially designed for the, not GIB, it's a CIB. Okay, by mistake, I have just write the this one GIB. Okay, this is for the CIB June exam 2023. So that's why this session is very much important. Okay, now let's start with the module D. So from today onward, we will try to finish our definition portion in the first June of in the first week of June. Okay, this definition, in your syllabus, if you just saw your syllabus now, so in each act there is a one content, there's a one concept that you have to learn the definition of that act also. Now the question is why the definition is important. The definitions are important because these terms, suppose in Indian Contract Act, I'm going to discuss you the 10 points, the 10 legal terms. So these legal terms are important to understand the various concept of the act. And we know that in your Indian Contract Act, we have just learned the general principle of contract, special principle of contract. In special, 5 terms are there. In general principle of contract, the formula is there. So what are the key terms to understand this one? Okay, otherwise if if I just take your definition portion in the paid batch now, so it will take 80 to 100 classes to finish your syllabus. So that's why I have just cut the definition portion from the paid class and I just put it into the YT session so that these terms are very much important. Okay, so now let's start with the Indian Contract Act. See class, Indian Contract Act, that is called contract. So this is the basic formula of the term contract. And this is very much important. Try to learn each definition right now. Okay, now let's start with the first definition. The first is class, the proposal. What is proposal? See, in the definition, in the formula, the term offer, okay, in the formula of the general principle of contract, the term offer is called proposal. We know that if Nikita ma'am is offering this pen, that is called offer. All you know that. But this is not the legal term that is written in the Indian contract. In the Indian contract, say what the wording say that when one person, suppose X and Y is there, so when one person signify to another, so this X person is signify means indicate to the another his willingness. What is willingness? In Hindi we say ichha, a voluntarily decision. What I'm saying, a voluntarily decision. So if X person signify his assent, suppose X want to sell his car to the Y person. So in that case, the X person signify to Y his willingness to do what, to do that X will sell this red car, and to abstain. What is abstain? X will not sell blue car but only red car. So the word not not indicate the negative offer. So X will not sell blue car, and X have only suppose two car, the red one and the blue one. So X is saying that I will not sell my blue car. This is called abstain from doing anything with a view to obtain the assent. X want assent or consent from the Y person to do such act, and abstinence. It is called proposal. So as we can easily see that offer is a very simple term, that suppose if one person give something to the another person, that is called offer. But according to the Indian Contract Act, this is the exact definition of the term proposal. It may be happen that the definition portion will be there. 4 options will be given to in the exam: offer, acceptance, proposal, promise. So you have to tick mark what is the exact word of this definition. So that's why this definition portion is important. So no need to mug up the things, but try to understand what is the explanation that is used in the particular term. So this is the exact explanation of the term proposal. Got it? Next, what is accepted? We know offer plus acceptance is equal to promise. Right now, see, we all know the formula now. So if you know the formula, you can easily understand the term. See, when the person to whom proposal is made, so proposal is made to the Y person, signify his assent, the proposal is said to be accepted. When Y give his assent class, so we can say that the Y have accepted the offer. The Y have accepted the offer. And when the proposal, when accepted, the proposal, offer can be also called proposal. When accepted, it is equal to promise. A very good morning, class. A very good terminology we are using. First of all, we will finish the module D, then module C, then module B, then module A. So each terms is very, very much important from the examination point of view. Very important terminology. Because this definition portion, Gopal sir, Sahiba ma'am, Sarima ma'am, the definition portion is given in your syllabus. So that's why 25 acts, we will study 25 definition terms, and each act contain 10 to 15 definition term. But there are so many acts, just like Company Act or Surface Act, which contains more than 30 definition. So our target will be to complete the definition portion of one act in one day. Okay, so I think this proposal, acceptance, promise definition is clear to all of you. Okay, now let's start with the next one. Who is promiser? Who is promiser? Who is promisee? The person making the proposal. What I'm saying, the person making the proposal is called promiser, and the accepting the proposal is called promisee. X, Y. X is promiser, Y is promisee. That's it. X is promiser, Y is promisee. That's it. Okay, class? Next one. What is consideration? Oh my God. Just see the definitions line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 line. The definition of consideration. But what I have teach you, what is consideration? Consideration in simple term, something for something. What is this? Something for something. That is called consideration. Something for something. What is something for something? Suppose X and Y is there. X is selling his car to the Y, and Y is giving for that car 1 lakh rupees. So X, the consideration for X is 1 lakh. The consideration for Y is car. That's it. That is called consideration, no? Exactly, Gopal sir. But see, sir, the definition of consideration in the legal one. What is the legal definition of consideration? See, that is given when at the desire of promisor. Desire, what is desire? It's called voluntary thing. Okay, X and Y. So desire of promisor, see, X want to sell his car. So the price of the car is decided by class. Tell me, promisor or promisee? Tell me. The price of the car is decided by promisor or promisee? Tell me. Hanji class. Promisor or promisee? Tell me, tell me. The desire of the car. Exactly. But the present consideration, past consideration, and future consideration. You know, na, tense, past, present, and future. So class, has done or abstained. Does or abstains. This is past, this is present, and promises to do or abstain from doing, that is future one. So just like class, contract can be present, future, and past. So same thing, it will apply to the consideration also. We can give the consideration immediately, that is present. After 10 days, it will be called past. And we are promising that I will give you this 1 lakh rupees in the future. That is called future. So your consideration can be past, can be present, and can be future. So this is exactly the definition of consideration according to the Indian Contract Act. Okay, so this definition, the words of the definition is so much, difficult, but still you have to understand the concept. So if the terminology concept is clear, that is something for something. So now this definition is right now clear. Suppose in the class, if I teach you this definition, so I think many students will just afraid, oh my God, we have to learn this one. We have to understand this type of language. No. So that's why in each page class, I'll just try to teach you with a very simple and a basic definition. So consideration, you have to learn nothing but something for something. That's it. Okay, just tell me one answer. An agreement without consideration is class? Tell me. An agreement without consideration is what? Valid, void, voidable. An agreement without consideration is what? Valid, void, voidable. Yes, yes, tell me class. An agreement without consideration. Exactly. Exactly, Gopal sir, Sarima man. An agreement, Nana Poonam ma'am, an agreement without consideration is void, ma'am. We have already learned it. Okay? Ah, that is not voidable. Voidable means if any agreement is done by one person with a fraud, coercion, undue influence, in that case, one party have a right to breach the contract. Okay, that is called voidable. It's a mulukutla, sir. Next, what is agreement? What we have learned, offer plus acceptance is equal to promise. Promise in legal term is called agreement. I have teach you that one now. But now see what is the definition that is written in this one. Agreement. Every promise, every set of promises, every promise, it means the promise of offer, the promise of proposer, the promise of proposee, that is called promise. Every set of promises. Set of means suppose these two promises is called set of promises. Forming the consideration. It means in offer plus acceptance, when the consideration will become na, it is called as the agreement. Because in the Indian Contract Act class, we have to focus on the legal agreement. Legal agreement. Hello, Madan sir. So these definition terms are class, trust me, that is very, very much important. We have already finished summary of the act. all sessions are given in the playlist. If you have not seen the summary, please go through the summary of the act and the questions that is given in the IIBF book. No need to purchase that book. We have done the paid batch. Please revise the concept of the paid batch and do the mock paper right now. Okay, next one. What is reciprocal promises? Suppose promisor is there, promisee is there. Promisor, promisee. So what is reciprocal promise? I think reciprocal word we have just learned in the this one in the math subject. So the promises which form the consideration or part of consideration for each other, it is called reciprocal promises. What is reciprocal? It is basically the promises which form the consideration or part of the consideration for each other. It is called reciprocal promises. Promise from one person, another person. So promises from this party and this. Promiser is saying that I will give you my car, and promisee is promising that I will give you 1 lakh rupees for that car. That is called reciprocal. So promises from both sides, it is called reciprocal promise. A simple term. Promises from the both side. Done. Okay. What is this? This is class void agreement. But see that what is written in the G point, and no need to learn the section. Okay. No need to learn the section. An agreement not enforceable by law, it is called void. Void agreement. So this is the definition of void agreement. As we know that void agreement is void ab initio. That's it. Void ab initio. This is called void agreement. This is called void agreement. Suppose if a minor is doing the contract. So minor will not do contract, ma'am. Minor, if he just start the agreement, that agreement is void ab initio. Minor. Is that clear? So an agreement not enforceable by law, it is said to be void agreement. Mulukutla sir, exactly. Mulukutla sir, I think you have not seen the summary of the session that we have already done. Sir, in the summary session, or when we were doing the questions in the summary, so there are so many questions, sir, in which the questions are asked in the definition portion. Please go through the summary of the act. That's why you're asking question, ma'am, that MCQ come in the definition. Exactly. Please go through the summary of the act, in which there are so many questions in which definition is there and 4 words are there. You have to tick mark that which of the word is the definition of this term. That's why I'm just putting this definition in the YT session. And sir, that is also given in your syllabus. That is also given in your syllabus also, that you have to finish the definition. What is contract? See the definition of contract. An agreement enforceable by law is called contract. You can easily understand that what I have teach you in the paid batch with a very simple language. If I will teach you from the act now, so I think that is not easily understandable by you people. So that's why before understanding the definition terms now, we have to understand it in a very simple language. So offer plus acceptance is equal to agreement. So agreement plus law enforceability is equal to contract. We have already done in the formula. Hello, Sharda ma'am. Okay. Okay, class. So you can see the definition. So this is the definition of contract. An agreement enforceable by law. That is called contract. What is voidable contract? Voidable contract, we know, ma'am. Ma'am, we have learned that when any agreement is done by coercion, when any agreement is done by fraud, by misrepresentation or undue influence, ma'am, one party have an option to breach the contract. Right now, one party have an option to breach the contract. That is called voidable contract. We have learned now. Now see what is written here. An agreement which is enforceable by law at the option of one or more of the party, but not at the option of other. Suppose if Nikita ma'am is doing coercion. Coercion means threaten someone. If Nikita ma'am is doing fraud, so Nikita ma'am will not, wants that she will break this contract. No. By fraudly, Nikita ma'am just give the, this property to the Sharda ma'am. But actually, the owner of this property is a person. So in that case, Nikita ma'am have taken the 1 crore rupees from the Sharda ma'am. Actually, she is not the owner. So in that case, Sharda ma'am have a right to breach the contract, not Nikita ma'am. So this is called your definition voidable contract. So in the voidable class, only one party have option to breach the contract. Done. Next is, this is void contract. This is the definition of class void contract. So what is void contract? See, a contract which ceases means end. So the contract is already made, but the contract is ceases to be enforceable by law, becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable. What a definition. But what we have learned in the paid batch, void contract means in the initial stage the contract is valid, but on the later stage the contract become void. Suppose I have given you, suppose A want to give car to the B person on 30th May. But and B have already paid the advance to A person. B have already paid advance to the A person. So in that case, suppose at 28th May earthquake came. In the earthquake, the car become destroyed, damaged. So now, can this contract can be executed? Tell me. In the earthquake, the subject matter of the contract become destroyed. So now the contract can be executed. The contract can be executed, class. Tell me. The contract cannot be executed because the subject matter is nil. So initially the contract is valid, but later on the contract is void. This is called void contract. Exactly, Sahiba ma'am. Yes, Poona ma'am. So this is called class void contract. The contract already done, but later on we have to finish the contract. So class, this is all for today's class. So today we have finished the Indian Contract Act. So it will take 25 days to complete the definition portion of each act. So please class, focus on the definition portion, summary of the act, paid batch. In the paid batch, you have to revise the syllabus, you have to do the mock paper, and whatever question I have given you, you have to do all this. Okay, so class, if you have taken the full batch, no need to purchase this revision. But if you want to revise whole syllabus within a very short period of time, please focus on the revision batch. Use the code Y391 for the maximum discount up to 81% because 81% is going on. Okay, thank you so much.